What is happening, everybody? Sir Joseph coming your way. This is Final Fantasy IX Weapon Man Run. Let's try this fight again, shall we? This time with proper levels. So yeah, like I said, you saw in the last video, if you come into this fight with a level multiple of 5, there's a good chance you'll get killed with a level 5 death, which this monster will use, either as an opening attack or as any of its attacks. Also, if you do not have body temperature, you will get hit with Mustard Bomb, which will cause the burning status. And it does other stuff that affects the entire party. However, if it is undead, the soul cage. So if you use a Phoenix down on it, it will fall just like any other undead monster, or it will get reduced to critical. It will get reduced to critical hit points like any other undead monster. So that is how you beat it really quickly. Yeah, that's how you beat it really quickly, and that is how you remove the mist from the Iifa Tree. Because apparently this soul cage, as I will theorize in another video, is literally a cage of souls that were used to fuel the mist, for lack of a better word. Yeah, so there you go. So now, no more mist. Awesome. And yeah, the Iifa Tree looks pretty cool. And now the Mist Continent won't really be the Mist Continent anymore. And we did that to see if Kuja will show up to see what happens. See if Kuja shows up and investigates. And yes, because the mist was now cleared and stopped from being discharged, no more black mages can be made, or Kuja can't use it to make any new black mages, so no more of them will be born from this mist here. So, and Vivi is kind of distraught about that, and he thinks that he'll be disliked because of what happened, and Eiko's trying to tell him that he's wrong because they'll understand, because they'll know that Vivi did that for a good cause, to try to make sure that no more ruthless fighting takes place, which Mist, as you heard from the Soul Cage, does stimulate fighting instincts. So that won't happen anymore because of the mist being cleared. So, and yeah, and it seems that something got stolen from Eiko's hometown. There's Gargant plants here, so it's, I don't know why Gargant plants are there ever. Gargants do apparently run up and down the roots of the Iifa Tree. We just haven't had the pleasure of having that happen, and you never do in the game. So we'll go ahead and get over to the mountain path as well as I can without getting into a random encounter. Do that by stutter stepping. This way, keep the threat level down. And I don't want to touch the forest because there's a friendly monster there that I do not want to access yet. Very nice. Perfect. Yeah, I don't want to do any more leveling because I am plenty strong for all the enemies here and all the enemies in the next act, or for the rest of this act as well, which is going to be wrapping up and going to be coming to a conclusion very soon. So yeah, we'll be good for that. And here's Madain Sari again. let's stutter step and not get into an encounter. Into an encounter, rather. I do also want to save here. I do fight a boss. And again, I'm not gonna mention what this boss is because that would not be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and save over here. Yeah, very good, very good. Okay. Let's see stuff. Good. I do want. Yeah, I want Zidane's strength stat to be pretty high for this next fight. I want to have maximum points, maximum magic, that kind of stuff. Because he'll be fighting a boss alone with no help. So that's that can get pretty nasty. So. Counterattack would be very nice. Alright, cool. Let's save one more time. This will be a pretty dangerous fight because you are fighting it with Zidane and Zidane alone, which can get pretty nasty. So, yay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make the final preparations before heading in here. Very good. Okay, cool. So yeah, Eiko's home, and the Mughals are... You know it's bad when they line up single file, right? And yeah. And it just so happens that Madain Sari has one of the 4 sacred jewels that the Queen of Alexandria wanted so badly. So we are going to see what happened to it. And yeah, the jewel that Eiko needed to guard has been stolen probably by Lonnie, who was hired to take it and report to the Queen with it. So might be fighting Lonnie again, right? Well, we'll see. And Zidane's trying to talk some sense into Eiko, who wants to get emotional about this, but is doing her best to resist the temptation to do so. But yeah, so we get a nice little moment between Zidane and Sarah here, and oh, and uh-oh. And yes, it is Lonnie who took the jewel. So now we need to go ahead and take her on one last time. But of course, let's go ahead and get some more stuff from Eiko's room before we do so. And the coffee, the Kierman coffee is there if you want to do the Morid coffee side quest, where you hand Morid 3 coffees from all over the world so you can make the best coffee ever. And it's just a silly side quest that does get you some decent rewards. Let's go ahead and look inside here, and there is Lonnie, holding Eiko by the horn. Ow. So let's see what happens now. You get an exploder and an elixir. That's cool. So if you didn't upgrade Zidane's weapons, you do have a decent upgrade available if you want to equip it. Fortunately, I have the rune tooth, so I don't need to worry about it. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and go save Eiko. And let's see what he does here. And yeah, like I was just talking about, there's another jewel in this village that looks pretty much the same as the princess's pendant. So Lonnie will just take this one instead, and then take the other one too in exchange for Eiko. That's her plot. That's her plan here. So, and yeah, Vivi is pressured into doing this. So, yeah. And we're gonna see what happens. Which is unfortunate, but Lonnie's supposed partner wants no part of this. As we'll see. And he wants to do things the honorable way by fighting for the jewel, like all bounty hunters should. And Lonnie apparently wants to take it like a more cowardly route by taking hostages. And this guy does not like that concept, doesn't like that idea. That's why he saved us. But now he wants to fight us for the jewels, both of them. So there we go. So now we gotta fight this dude. Scarlet Hair is what they call him. Now, what this guy will do is he'll hit you, like you just did there. And Zidane will counterattack if you have the counter ability on, which is nice, I do. I might actually put this guy away pretty quickly because of that. When he moves like this, do not attack him. It'll be very hard to do so. You can still steal from him if you want, actually. That's especially true even if you are tranced. Whenever he says "Here I go," that's when you want to hit him. So, and hope for another counterattack. Counterattack in this game is not as automatic as it is in Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII, you'll counterattack at least probably about 2/3 of the time, about 75% of the time. In Final Fantasy IX, counterattacking, and it's not as common, probably about half the time. We took him down, and now he wants us to finish him and kill him. Puts it on. Doesn't have any business doing that. So he'll just collect the stone from, or the jewel from the redheaded dude. And he's taking this very seriously because he's like, I tried to kill you, why are you letting me go? And Zidane's like, yeah, we're both alive, we're good. And we got back what was taken, and I like what he says here. The sly eagle doesn't kill at whim. Kills when he has to, not when he wants to. Not because it's not for the sake of it. With that, the redhead guy just says, okay, I'm good. And it's Eiko wanting Vivi to hang out with her again. There's a cute little dynamic between those two. Now we get a little bit more we're gonna get a little bit more plot dumping now. Hope all of you are excited for that. But let's go ahead and head to Eiko's room first here. I'll be talking to that Moogle later on, but I'll do that later on. Yeah, there's Mog. Let's see what happens now. So, Eiko is now pondering leaving the village, but her grandfather told her not to leave until her 16th birthday. So, yeah. And of course we're going to agree because, first of all, she already left. And she leaves a lot to steal food from Kondapiti. So, she already does it. And second, it would probably make her happier to do so. To travel and see the world and make everything better. And she really wants to leave, and she was distraught about it. Just like Vivi was about the black mages being made or whatever. So Eiko's gonna go with us and leave the village for good. And Eiko's mad, really mad at Mog for leaving again, but Eiko can't stay mad, not for long. And you'll learn about Mog later on in one of the more touching moments of the game. There we go. Good stuff. Vivi's still hanging out with Eiko, whatever. And yeah, we need to figure out where the princess went here. Now I want to get some rest here. To trigger even more plot, I believe. Oh, no, never mind. And now Sarah's singing. You know what that means? That means plot. Lots and lots of plot whenever this girl sings. And of course, Zidane's gonna call it their song. Yeah, so and yeah, so I mean, even though not a lot of game time has passed, I mean, we can kind of, we could probably surmise that like months have passed, you know, from all the traveling that Sarah, Vivi, and Zidane have done to get to this point. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Zidane mentions this play here, Ibsen, and kind of stuff, good stuff like that. If I'm going through the text too fast, I'd like for you to let me know in the comments. I try to speed through the text here because, I mean, it drags the game down. Lots of plot does drag this game down quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, one criticism people would have about 9 is that the pacing is very slow in this game when it comes to plot versus fighting and action. This was pretty much the first Final Fantasy game where it felt like I was reading a good book more than I was playing a good video game. I mean, yeah, it's a great game. It's a great video game as well, but it's also, you know, has good plot, good narrative. You know what I mean? More than any uh, Final Fantasy game that I've played up to that point. Uh, and I'd put 12 up there too. And now, Sarah's gonna remember something. She's gonna remember something that has to do with Madain Sari, and she's almost visualizing the storm that Eiko is talking about, which this is it right here. As you can see, and this is the first part of the game here. This is the very opening scene. You see a little girl, and you see the little girl's mom, and that's Sarah, and that's her mom on this little boat, leaving Madain Sari as that giant eye destroys it. Wonder what that could be. Oh, I guess we'll find out, won't we? And she passes out in Zidane's arms after remembering that. Makes sense. So there's the backstory behind Sarah, and I'll spoil it right now. If you go to the Eidolon Wall in the, like, almost at the end of the game, it gets revealed that her name is Sarah, so I just kind of name her Sarah. Yeah, only from the age of 6 or so. Until she turned 6, she was here. Yep. And she barely remembers, but now she kind of remembers. And things are... And she remembers bits and pieces. And she remembers the storm. And she finally remembers after being on that boat, after seeing the sunset hit the rock formations. Now she knows. Now she remembers everything. When she heard the song on the boat, which Eiko and Sarah both sing, or it's like I feel like it's like maybe like a song of prayer, which I guess Eiko was singing at the same time. And there you go. Yeah. And that was when it comes to a realization that, yeah, I mean, the the Queen of Alexandria, her surrogate mother, became a monster, and her actual mom died when she was 6 years old. So it's almost like Sarah lost 2 parents, and the king of Alexandria as well. And it's a touching scene. I like it a lot. I'm trying hard not to get emotional here, but it's hard. So, yeah. So excuse me if I get a little bit emotional here, because it's a touching scene. It's really good. It's like, you know, it's a homecoming for Sarah, and it's really good to see her come to some kind of closure in this game, because she goes through a lot in this game. She's my favorite player in this game by far. Her and Zidane. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Her and Vivi, actually. Zidane is yeah. Good stuff. So yeah, now we go to the Iifa Tree. See if Kuja's there. And then take him down. And it's fitting them recording this on New Year's Eve, because Yeah, it's good feels, man. It's good feels. So the Moogles are gonna wish her good luck on her journey, and they'll be here in Madain Sari if you wanna rest or if you wanna buy some items, that kind of stuff. So yeah. And then the redhead guy is like trying to get some answers about the other day about being spared. And yeah, this is the obligatory like this is the obligatory unsensitive whatever guy of the group, Amaranth. Yeah, Amaranth's gonna have a pretty decent role in Weapon Man, in this Weapon Man run here. And I actually do want him in my party. I really do want him. I'm gonna swap out we'll swap out Vivi for him. Cool. It's the very first time you have more than 4 players, so there we go. Okay. Amaranth. Amaranth has a lot of stuff to learn. I don't want to learn that. I want to learn Spare Change. Spare Change attacks the enemy with money. Yeah. And I want him to start learning abilities immediately. So, yeah. And fortunately, there's a lot of stuff that you can learn really quickly. So, very good. Yeah, because he is going to be very useful on... Yeah. Start learning abilities. And I can do that by visiting friendly monsters with him in my party, which I'm going to be doing that as soon as I can, whenever I'm able to travel, which I'll be able to do very, very soon. So, yeah. But for now, let's just head to the Iifa Tree. If I get into encounter, I'm probably going to fight it, because Amaranth needs AP. That didn't happen, that's alright. Let's go ahead and step over to the Iifa Tree. And now I'll save and end the video. And start the next one at the Iifa Tree. Very nice. Okay. And Amaranth is, yeah, he's quite impressed that we have cleared the mist. And look, wouldn't you know, Kuja's here. Wouldn't you know, Kuja is here. And he is ready to... He's ready to show everyone what he's got. We're going to keep current members. We'll be perfectly fine. I do want to equip some stuff. Insomniac, preferably, because we'll be fighting enemies that will use sleep-related stuff, so I do want everyone to be able to stay awake and not get put to sleep. So, yeah, perfect. Okay, let's do this. And on these routes, we'll be fighting the regular enemies you fight in the Iifa Tree, if you encounter them at all. PS1 version, you'll probably encounter a couple. Oh, here's one encounter. Yeah. Depending on who this is, I'll probably fight it. A Stroker. Cool. Stroper you can take out with one shot with soft. It's awesome. One hit KO. Love it. Yeah. So that makes actually when you have the ability to travel around the world, makes the Iifa Tree a pretty good place to level grind if you really wanted to. You can use Phoenix Downs on the undead enemies, and you can use softs on the Stropers, and all these enemies give you at least 2 AP, so it's really good. And I might actually do that. I might actually grind here a little bit. We will see. Probably won't need to do that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And before I move on, yeah, well, yeah, alright. Before I move on, let me go ahead and end this video so I can start the next one. And I will see you in the next video. It's been Sir Joseph telling you Happy New Year. I didn't say Happy New Year in the last video. I'll say it in this one. And take care of yourself.